Hello everyone, once again welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Tyrell Reactions, and now I'd love to appreciate you all for the love and support you've given unto me. We are at 622 subscribers. I mean, you can remember where we started from zero up to this. Thank you guys, I appreciate you so much. Now back to our video. I have a very interesting video to you. I'd love to present to you. I know some of you might have watched it, and it's about the ongoing World Athletic Championship in Tokyo. Now, in this category, we've seen Oblique Seville manage to destroy Lyles, Kenny Bednarek, Akane Simbine, and of course his countryman Kishen Thompson in these fastest 100 meters in men's relay. Now, I want you to watch this video up to the end, and then I'll be back with a few comments.
Champion, the Olympic champion, one of the shining stars of our sport. He always believes the big occasions belong to him, but this is going to take something very, very special for ours. One of them is Kishen Thompson, 6th fastest in history. 9.75 this year, 9.85 in the semis. The Olympic silver medalist missed out by thousandths last year. Can he make it count this year? Kenny Bednarek, so often the silver man. Second place here, second place Eugene, second place believes it's his time to shine. He's in 6, Oblique Seville. So often, unfortunately for him, up until now, he's run his quickest races in the semis rather than the final. Much better in the semi than the greatest we've ever seen. He's happy to be in the shadows. Who is going to step into the spotlight? Are we going to see the first Jamaican champion since Bolt? Are we going to see only the 4th successful title defence in history for Noah Lyles? Sabine, South Africa in 2, Ajay, Nigeria 3, Lyles, USA 4, Thompson, Jamaica 5, Bednarek, USA 6, Seville, Jamaica 7, Tobago, Botswana 8, Lotella, South Africa in 9. A final for the ages. Even the all-time greats are excited by this stage. Lyles believes tonight belongs to him. There are 7 other men, desperate to take his crown. It's the World Championship final over 100 metres. Oh, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. The moment of a lifetime. 10 seconds to justify decades of work. For the second time, they prepare for the final of the men's 100 metres in Tokyo. This time they're away. It's a decent start by Lyles, but not a brilliant one. Thompson's in the driving seat here, but watch Seville on the near side. It's ever so close. Seville from Thompson. Lyles at last is beaten. Seville was desperately disappointed with last year's capitulation from the semis. It's a Jamaican 1-2. Lyles took the bronze this time. A wonderful run from Seville. Thompson got out hard. He was in the driving seat, but Seville had irresistible momentum. And though he's limping, he will be saluted by a proud nation. Lyles takes it well. It's the bronze for him this time. What a champion and what a moment for Oblique Seville to finally deliver on all that bitterly disappointed in 22, bitterly disappointed in 23 and 24, but this time he's come out on top of the world, and in front of Usain Bolt, he's become the first Jamaican champion for a decade. Brilliant from the sensational Seville.
Right, smile there for Noah Lyles. He lived under pressure for the first time this season with 30. Was on the wall all season long. Kishen Thompson has been brilliant. He will be dangerous come that 200 metres as well.
Well, the subblocks for the 200 are brutal, aren't they? Tobago will be hoping to make amends for the DQ. Lyles will be desperate to win his best event, but Bednarek wants to bounce back. But let's savour Seville in lane 7. Great running by Seville, it really was. At last, he has learned to produce his best in the final, not in the semi. And he had to bounce back from the brilliant start that Thomas got. Thomas didn't throw that away, Seville won it, and that's why they're both delighted.
And I think, as you can see, Usain Bolt celebrating.
Oh, that's brilliant. That is brilliant.
He's pushed someone off the balcony, but we're all right.
You had to go through to get to the 100 this year. And obviously, it was not a perfect year. How does the third place look? I know you're the defending champion.
Yeah.
Were you able to celebrate it, or was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty joyful. I haven't really felt any feeling of disappointment. I've only felt joyful, truly. I know it's kind of weird because it's like, dang, I'm the defending champion and I'm very all about winning. But I know the situation that was laid in front of me. I knew that the journey was hard. I think I'd be more disappointed if I didn't go out there and give my 100%. And if I, didn't see improvement throughout the year and I said, no, I'm just going to stop because it's not looking good. No, that's not who I see myself to be, and that's not who I want to present myself to be. I want to make sure that when I show up, I'm going to give my all. So if I lose, it's because it just wasn't my day that day.
I want to ask you about the 200 because I know that you take that one personally. I'm going to try to ask this in a way that you'll say more than no comment, but I'm just going to say, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
We've heard what Tobago said. We saw what happened at Nationals, and we know that it is your baby.
Yeah.
What does that race mean to you this year? And is it nice? I think that might be the race everybody wants to see here.
I've been thinking the same thing. I had a comment in Zurich after the Diamond League final, and I was talking about, it would be crazy because if I had to make the choice of getting any color medal in the 100 and then breaking the world record in 2, I think I might take the 2. I think half of that kind of comment has already come true. And I know that my 100s and 200s actually don't translate as one-to-one as I would like. Usually when I have my best 200 years, my 100s aren't as fast. So, I don't know. There's a lot of excitement going on in the 200. Obviously, I have the energy. Obviously, I have the motivation. I don't plan to lose. I plan to go out there full force, jump off the cliff, so to say, with all enthusiasm into this race.
Is it okay in this sport for there to be a little bit of tension? I mean, what's wrong with that?
I think that sports breeds intention. It breeds competitiveness. If there's only one goal and multiple people, you can't all be nice and smile and say, I'm okay with somebody else winning. No, that's not how it goes. You have a goal. There's people who, feel bad over losing. There's people who feel good for winning. It's just how it is. Every year is different. Knowing the situation that you're in and knowing that it's not always going to be the case. That's the important part. But, it's the heart of a lion, the heart of a champion to know what you're going through and how you're going to turn it around in the best way.
So how are you going to switch now to the 200?
I'm going to get a lot of rest.
Exactly.
I'm going to get a lot of rest. In fact, I came out here, enjoy the fans, get some media in, but I've been sleeping. I had some good ramen today with Janelle. We went out and had the best ramen in my life.
Wow.
And I'm going to just go to sleep. I'm finally going to be able to go to bed on time tonight.
I think as you sort of said yourself, when you've doubled, obviously your best 200 doesn't come out. So what are you doing different this year to kind of make sure that you're able to give out your best in the 200 this week?
Yeah, I'd say that we gave as equal amount of energy into both races this year, whereas 23 and 24, we were giving a lot more attention to the 100, and the 200 kind of got sidelined a little bit. This time we've given equal amount of energy, equal amount of attention, and because of that, I've felt a lot more comfortable on the turn. Now that I feel like I've really found my start again, I think we're really going to see some pretty special stuff on that bend. And after that, it's just be Noah.
Yeah, and obviously, Tokyo 4 years ago was, you're kind of coming back here, and I guess this is the gold you kind of really want on this track, presumably, to kind of, wipe away anything from 4 years ago.
I think it was more, not so much the goal of winning. That's kind of always the benchmark in my head. It was more just having a better memory, wiping away the idea of an empty crowd, being depressed in the season, not enjoying myself. at that time. Here I'm coming away. I got a bronze, the same color I left with last time, but I feel so much more joy, so much more energy. I'm enjoying the crowd. We are interact. This is, I feel, a memory that I'm never gonna forget. In a good way.
Yeah, and the other thing that I think that's pretty cool, obviously yesterday in the press conference, you and Kashane are both into kind of anime, and you're here in Japan, and that energy seems really, really cool, between the two of you. And have you guys chatted about it?
All the time. Yeah, we talk about it all the time. we were trying to discuss if we can go see the Demon Slayer movie tomorrow, but schedule conflicts and 200s and free lay practices, and it's not looking like it's gonna happen. To be honest, we were really trying to force it, but I don't think it's gonna line up.
Well, but anyway, we're looking forward to 200. Best of luck.
I am too.
See you there. All right. Cheers now.
Hello lovelies, once again welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Tyrell Reactions, and once again I love you for your support. Thank you so much for this love and support you're showing up to me. Sorry. Now back to our video. This has been a very interesting video, and just like I told you in my last video, when the athletic championship in Tokyo kicked off. Now we saw that in men's 100-meter race, we saw Oblique Seville. He stalled a bit, and that led to him finishing in the 3rd position. Now, I'd love to remind you of some words that the world champion, who is Lyles, of course, and the Olympic champion Lyles, said at the Oblique Seville's incident. Now, what he said is that before even the race began, he was so certain that Oblique Seville would not make it great. He said that he knew the result that Oblique Seville gave out would happen. He knew what happened was going to happen. He said that Oblique Seville looked nervous, he looked terrified. Maybe to some point he might have meant that Oblique Seville was not ready for that race. Well, wow on to him. Now, for those who keep on underestimating the power of Jamaicans, Oblique Seville has just been an example of how Jamaicans can turn things around in a blink of an eye, and that Jamaicans are not to be underestimated at any point in life. Now, during this race, we've seen Oblique Seville give us some of his best comebacks in the world of track and field. The reason why I'm saying this is because of how people have been quick and easy to criticize Oblique Seville over his past recent results, whereby we saw him stall a bit and it led to him finishing in the 3rd position. Well, a lot of people might have underestimated the power of Jamaicans, but Jamaicans are not to be underestimated. Now, it's so unfortunate that Botswana tripped off, and they might have been disqualified, and that's just a very, very expensive mistake to make. Now, another thing I'd love to talk about is how many of you remember when Akani Simbine of South Africa once destroyed Lyles and Kashane Thompson? Well, the world has its own ways of working things around. Look what had just happened. I mean, this has been a very powerful start. This has been a very powerful and fastest race in the world of track and field. All the athletes were so quick on their feet, strong muscles, great strides, but unfortunately, the world was so much focused on Akani Simbine, the world was so much focused on Kashane Thompson, the world was so much focused on Lyles and Kenny Bednarik, and they forgot this brilliant athlete from Jamaica who goes by the name of Oblique Seville. Maybe they might have underestimated him considering of what he did last time, the results he gave people last time. But well, the world was not ready for Oblique Seville. Look what Oblique Seville did from nowhere, because I'm so certain a lot of us were so keen on focusing on Lyles and Kashane Thompson. We didn't see Oblique Seville come strong and powerful, and I must congratulate Oblique Seville for not giving up, for not having his head down because of his previous results. Instead, he did held his head up because he knew what he had to do. He knew what the world and Jamaicans expected of him, and gladly he executed it perfectly well. Now, once again, congratulations to everybody who took part in this race, and it was just impressive to see the legendary himself, Usain Bolt, present in the stands, and you've seen how happy he was seeing Jamaica take the lead in the first position and the second position. Now, this is just, I mean, everybody, every teacher will be happy when they see the students get, or rather do good in life. And that's what we've just witnessed from Usain Bolt. He wouldn't hide his joy and his happiness on his face when he sees his countrymen take the lead and destroy this 100-meter relay. So guys, I'd love to urge you to please consider subscribing to my channel if you're yet to subscribe to my channel. And to my new subscribers, I want to welcome you back on board. And to my returning subscribers, I have to also welcome you back. So I've been your host, Tyrell Reactions, and until we meet again in my next video, peace out and one love.